Are South Africa in the right frame of mind heading into the game against Sri Lanka? That is the question that we're going to be answering today. One of your fan questions, of course. So we're going to be chatting about that on today's episode of Cricket Fanatics Magazine, the Daily Show, of course, the Q&A, fan Q&A section. We'll be answering your questions as well from Instagram, as well as what you guys have asked us in the actual live chat. Sorry that we're running a little bit late. I was just busy with a couple of things, lost track of time. So I apologize for being a little bit late, guys. But thank you for staying here and waiting for us and allowing us the opportunity to still have a conversation with all of you. So, without further ado, let's get straight into today's content. But first and foremost, what you have to do is subscribe to the magazine. Click that notification bell for all future videos as well on this particular channel when you click the subscribe button. But the link in the description is Cricket Fanatics Magazine Monthly. Go there, you'll get every single issue 100% free. Let's get straight into today's video. Here we go, guys. A very good evening, everybody, and welcome to Cricket Fanatics Magazine. This is your daily show, your fan Q&A. I'm your host, Khalid. This is my co-host, Aditya, and today we're going to be answering the fan questions. So, Aditya, how are you doing, brother? Let's get straight into it. Um, how was your day, first and foremost?
The day was good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfectly.
Okay, the day was good. Capped off with our Q&A here, and also Pakistan versus Afghanistan. I'm backing Afghanistan to pull off an upset. Let's see how it goes. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, the 4-day competition also started. So I was at Newlands. I got the opportunity to watch them play live with Dolphins and Western Province. So hoping that Jason Smith can maybe, against his rival team, his old teammates, he can maybe pull up an upset over there as well, because the Western Province bowled quite well in the first inning so far. I mean, they've had a little bit of hassle with rain and stuff like that at Newlands, but other than that, they're going to start earlier tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. Obviously, it's going to be a great clash and a great game. We got to see Bryce Parsons. Unfortunately, he fell short. He almost got his half century in this particular match, but unfortunately fell short. He batted really well, actually. I think I see him, this particular format, suiting him a lot better than the T20 format, maybe. So I was very excited to see what he is capable of, and to see him in action. So let's get into the fan questions. I've got one. Klaassen out from David Hopes. Klaassen out for next game and Bjorn in. I think Klaassen comes out and Quinny comes in. The rest of the team stays the same in my opinion. I think that's what's going to be happening. I've been calling actually for Klaassen to be out and Bjorn to come in for Klaassen, yes, for quite some time now. Uh, but some people may think that that's a little bit too light with regards to the batting. Um, Aditya gave his point of view with regards to this, because we chatted on the show yesterday in the preview. Please go check that out on the channel as well. But in the preview, we spoke about what we would do and what we'd prefer. I personally would like to see Riza still remain in the side, and then just Klaassen out for Quinton de Kock straight swap. Obviously Quinton de Kock coming in at the top of the order, of course. Your thoughts, Aditya?
It becomes a bit tricky with Klaassen out and Riza in, because it puts everyone a position down. Unfortunately, Riza can't bat in the middle order, and um, having Riza at 3, Aiden at 4, and Rassi at 5, I think it puts too much pressure on the middle order. It's not getting the best use of those players. So unfortunately, my view would be that Riza would have to sit this one out if Quinton comes back in.
But my point is on this, Aditya, is that Klaassen's not doing anything anyway with regards to batting in that position, scoring massive runs. He doesn't look in form. So having him there at the bottom doesn't really matter. Shifting guys down doesn't really matter. Because in my opinion, it depends on match situation. You've got two massive big hitters with regards to Aiden Markram, who showed that he can bat quickly, and David Miller, who can bat quickly. And then you've got also Dwayne Pretorius that can turn it on if he needs to as well at the back end. We haven't got an opportunity to see him do what he's really capable of. So my point here is that if we can get a great start on this particular wickets against Sri Lanka, we need to put as much. If we're batting first, then we need to put as much on the board as possible. So for me, it's just getting guys to that bat deep and put as many runs on the board as possible. Quinny is quick enough to be able to kick it on. Riza Hendricks has the ability also. You saw he was batting quite quickly in the last game. And then it's Temba Bavuma and Aiden Markram where you're gonna have the issue. Aiden Markram, Temba Bavuma, and Rassi van der Dussen to decide who comes out according to the match situation. I think if you 10 overs gone and you lost the wicket, then I think someone like Aiden can come out because he'll be able to be progressive and attack. If you're 15 down, 15 overs down, and you lost your first wicket or second wicket, then you bring out David Miller because David Miller can be deadly in that last five. Even if you're 13 down, maybe David Miller coming in at that point is also an option. So I think it's match situation. Having batters in a particular lineup in T20 cricket, I don't really put emphasis on where they're batting in the order. Personally, I feel that it's still match situation no matter what happens because you can pick Klassen, and then he's just a waste there anyway. It could have been a spot that could be given to someone else that could actually do something with the ball for us, ultimately. So that's my worry currently with the side. They need to find the right balance. But me personally, I would take a gamble on Klassen, either for a spinner or bringing in someone like Quinton Strait and just having Riza in the team because he's on form.
I agree with your point generally. Um, but in this case, I think I differ with you that because if you go by the game that was played today between the West Indies and Bangladesh, run scoring was challenging. It wasn't easy. I think Nicky P played a good innings, and he was probably the only exception in the two batting lineups who was able to get going. But generally, run scoring is difficult, which means that your top four will have to do the bulk of your run scoring. So Temba obviously is going to open the innings. If Quinny comes back, that's going to be Quinny, and then you need two informed players in Aiden and Rassi, whichever order they come in to do the bulk of the scoring there. Which is why I'm hesitant to play Aiden at 4 and Rassi at 5 because they are informed batsmen, and it's important for South Africa to make optimum use of their form right now, particularly
Yeah.
in Sharjah.
Yeah. So that's why I think that Temba needs to be kind of brought out according to match situation. I think that Riza's currently in form, so he deserves another opportunity personally. That's my opinion on the matter. And he is in form and he's scoring. And look at as well, Bangladesh and West Indies have been struggling for form in the Super 12 section of this, obviously, of this tournament. So I don't want to really necessarily use them as an example. I just think that South Africa need to pick the players that are currently in form, and you can't drop Temba because Temba's captaincy has been excellent in this particular tournament so far. So I think you need to just take the risk with Temba then, and just like decide between Rassi when you lose a wicket, or decide between Aiden to bring out, and then obviously David Miller. Maybe Temba doesn't need to bat in this particular match, maybe, but ultimately I feel Temba as an opener. I mean, it's so brilliant. I think Riza can even bat at three. He can bat there too in the top order, anywhere in the top three. So let's see what South Africa does. That's just my opinion currently. But let's move on to the next question. Um, let's see. You guys have been asking a lot because we were late. So let me go to the top of the of the live chat. Or I was late. Aditya was very early. Can Riley Show make a comeback in ODI squad? I don't know what his status is currently with regards to his England contract. I don't know what he's been playing there for a hell of a long time. So I don't know if he counts as a citizen now, or as a English, or as a citizen there now. I can't remember when he signed Aditya. If I think logically, I think you need to be 5 years in England, living in England, before you can get citizenship to be classified or play for England. So
He
I don't
signed
know if he.
2016.
Yeah. So okay, maybe he might next. I mean, it depends what he feels. What does Riley want? That's the question. And do we really need him in ODI cricket with the likes of Yanuman Malan coming through the system? that we want to give him an opportunity. We've got a guy like Zubair Hamza that might get selected as well, who's been doing excellently in the ODI format that we'd like to see given an opportunity. Do we really have to go back onto the Riley Rousseau train after what he did to South Africa? I really don't think so, guys. I think I personally was, as a fan of, of Riley, was very hurt by his decision to leave South Africa the way he did. It was quite a shock to everybody, especially after the fact that he was given a lot of opportunities. It wasn't a situation like Kyle Abbott where Kyle felt that there was other bowlers coming through the system that were going to take his position. It was a case of he was getting a lot of opportunities. He was seen as the replacement for AB down the line, and yet he still left. And to send Russell Domingo an email and also spell Russell's name wrong, that was quite a big thing, I felt. To announce that you're going to sign a callback deal like that, I thought was a little bit disrespectful. But I would like to get Riley on the show and get his side of the story too. So let's move on to the next question. Should the players who are playing more than 3 games in the T20 World Cup not play in the Netherlands ODI series and focus in the Test series against India? I agree with this 100%, Ikram. I don't know what you think, Aditya. I think that the Netherlands ODI should be given to guys like Zubair Hamza, Grant Rulofsson, those players that have been performing well in domestic cricket. Give them an opportunity to play for South Africa and see what they're capable of. What's your thoughts, Aditya?
Yeah, 100%. Um, Definitely. And you look at the guys who've been here. I think after the T20 World Cup, Aiden Markram definitely needs a rest because he's been on the go since the West Indies series. So I think he's played non-stop cricket. Rassi as well. He should get in the groove for Red Bull cricket. And I'd like to see Temba play though. I think Temba can play the ODI series because it's 3 games, and I think the more cricket that Temba plays, the better
The
nick
better.
he'll be in for Test cricket. Not to mention that's also an ODI series and a T20 series with India. So
Mm.
yeah, I think Temba should play the series, but yeah, otherwise guys like KG, Andrik, um,
Give them a rest.
Aiden, Rassi, yeah, give them a rest.
Yeah, because I mean, this World Cup, the bubbles, the IPL, all of that, it's been hectic here.
Yeah,
Texas asks us, will Yanaman play in the ODIs? I think 100%. If I was the
100%,
selector, that would be my choice. I think
150%.
Yanaman is one of our first names on the team sheet. I think they consider Yanaman as the opening partner for Quinton de Kock. I think in ODIs that is a definite. I think maybe Temba bats at 3 in this format and Aiden at 4 or Rassi at 4, according to, I don't know, whatever they decide. But I think they will decide after this World Cup or maybe after this ODI World Cup. I'm not sure if Rassi will still be in the setup. I would love him to be. I'm not sure if he will be. We'll have to see how he is and if he can continue his form leading up to the 2023 World Cup. But I really think that Aiden Markram needs to get up his game with regards to ODIs. I think maybe Aiden needs to play as well in the series, DJs, particularly in the ODIs. I think in the ODIs at least.
Look, it's still
Because,
not going to be as much of a test for him, right?
yeah, but just form, just for confidence.
He's
He needs
already
to
confident.
bully. He needs to go bully them in ODI cricket. Like, he needs to bully someone in ODI cricket. Get some
It's
50s on his name.
it's still not going to make a difference because look, ultimately he has to be selected for the ODIs against India. There's no doubt.
Yeah,
You
there's
know
going to be a
he
lot of
has
pressure on him to perform in that
exactly.
particular format.
And look, we have Aiden's also played the IPL now. And somewhere I'm sure he's had a conversation with someone or the other about improving his ODI game too.
Mm.
Because he's a fast learner, he's a reflective, thoughtful individual, and he will find a way to improve. Let's not forget, he also made 95, 96 against Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
He almost had his first 100. So,
Mm.
um, Aiden, the ODI player, will come good,
I
undoubtedly.
even had the graphic prepared and everything, Aditya. Like I was, oh my lord! I was like, I had a whole graphic, Aiden Markram scores on grass. Like I had this whole thing, tune and everything that I based on Anthony Marshall's tune that they sing for him in the Manchester United. Like I had everything planned, and it just didn't work for me. It didn't work for us at all. Um, so that's guys. That's the last question I think I've seen over here from you guys. A lot of the other stuff are just comments of if you guys want us to read your comments out, please get involved with the super chat and allow us to, so that we're forced to show your comments on the show. That's one of the things that we have to do. um I'm not going to even read that. That is quite insulting. From that perspective, I have to say that from tomorrow's game, I just want you guys to say to go watch our preview. I'm excited about the game. Really, I hope that South Africa can win this game. We're going to have to also hope that Australia can lose a couple of games, and maybe England can lose a game to give South Africa a better chance in their run. But ultimately, thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A session. Don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to comment in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell for all future videos as well. If you are new to this channel and you haven't heard this message before, please subscribe to the latest issue of Cricket Fanatics magazine. The link is in the description, and it'll be on the eye at the end of this video. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another review show, guys. Good luck to the Proteas out there.